जय विष्णुपाद बृहस्पति आचार्य स्तोत्र सिद्धिर्वेद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभु। जय विष्णुपाद बृहस्पति आचार्य स्तोत्र सिद्धिर्वेद शिष्ण भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की all glories to assembled ones. All glories to assembled ones. All glories, all glories, all glories. Shri Guru Shri Gaura Shri Prabhupada की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनमीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति शिवदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्वेतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् विष्णुवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेव श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणासिन्धु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावने श्री वृषभान सुते देवी प्रणमा मेरे प्रिय वंचा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुनाथारं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण कृष्णाय वतलेशमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नमस्ते सरस्वते गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेषण्यवादि पश्चात् Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 11, text number 2. The chapter entitled Swayambhu Manu advises Dhruva Maharaj to stop fighting. Sandhiyamana etasmin सन्धीयमान एतस्मिन् माया गुह्यक निर्मित माया गुह्यक निर्मित Kshipram Vineshwar Vidura. Kshipram Vineshwar Vidura. Klesha Jnanodaye Yatha. Sandhiyamana etasmin. Maya Guhyaka Nirmita. Kshipram Vineshwar Vidura. Klesha Jnanodaye Yatha. Sandhiyamane. While joining to his bow, etasmin, this Narayanastra, Maya, the illusions, Guhyaka Nirmitaha, created by the Yakshas, Kshipram, very soon, Vinesuhu, were destroyed. Vidura, O Vidura, Kleshaha, illusory pains and pleasures. Jnana Udaye, upon the erasing of knowledge. Yatha, just as. Translation by Divine Grace Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. As soon as Dhruva Maharaj joined the Narayanastra arrow to his bow, the illusion created by the Yakshas was immediately vanquished. Just as all material pains and pleasures are vanquished when one becomes fully cognizant of the self. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Krishna is like the sun, and Maya, or the illusory energy of Krishna, is like darkness. Darkness means absence of light. Similarly, Maya means absence of Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness and Maya are always there, side by side. As soon as there is awakening of Krishna consciousness, all the illusory pains and pleasures of mental existence are vanquished. Mayam etam tarantite. Constant chanting of Mahamantra will keep us always aloof from the illusory energy of Maya. I neither have any qualification nor do I have any realization. Blessings upon the devotees. In the past 1 year, doctors are telling me not to sit on the ground, and I have the old age, health issues. So finally, I decided to listen to them because my legs are giving trouble. So actually, devotees are giving wonderful yesterday. Param Prabhu gave such a wonderful class actually. So Maharaj Dhruva, his brother was killed by one of the Yakshas. So when he came to know, he became very angry and went and declared war, you know. And then what happened? Then he was only one, they were 130,000, and everyone was releasing 6 arrows. So 780,000 arrows, they were, that many arrows were on him. But because he attained in the grace of Narayan, Krishna, so he is able to, he could withstand the power of these arrows. When he was actually, Krishna is very powerful, Ajita, invincible. And Krishna's pure devotees are also invincible actually. Then, then he started, responding to them, started killing them and exterminating them very, valiantly. They all disappeared. Then he thought, okay, let me go. And I think he thought he won. That is how Maya makes us think actually sometimes. Okay, past 2 3 days, there is no attack of lust or anger and envy. That's it. 3 days is too much actually. Yeah, few hours, one day, then immediately, you know, Lord Ram shoots an arrow and takes the head of Ravana. All the monkeys jumped, he died. Who? One head became 2 heads now. And Ravana became more powerful. Sometimes it happens to us actually. Sometimes we think, oh, it's difficult. Honestly speaking, sometimes people give it up also. But one thing is there. Krishna Surya Samamaya Hai Andakari Han Krishna Tahan Nahi Maya Radhikar. Yes, Krishna Maya is powerful because she is Krishna's energy. Krishna has given that power to Maya, but end of the day, she is Krishna's energy. You know, Daiviyeshi Gunamaya Mama Maya Duratya. Hey, Krishna is cautioning us. And Krishna is cautioning us, we have to take that caution very seriously. Daiviyesha Gunamaya Mama Maya. Hey, this is my Maya. How powerful Maya, I'll tell you. In India, especially when we were born, what is very prominent in society is, I hope it will not deviate, but I just want to share. What is very prominent in the society is so many devatas. In your village or city, one temple is prominent, you'll go there only. That's it. You know. So you have some attraction for Krishna, some corner. Then what is your opinion based on the movies and Krishna is the eighth incarnation of Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva, and Durga, Ganesha. So honestly speaking, Krishna's role, I really do not know how many of you agree, but in our lives is almost nil, very less. Somebody born in some Vaishnav Sampradaya, for them also, South Indians means, more Narayan. And he is a eighth incarnation of Krishna is naughty, goes behind girls and, gopis. And so more or less Krishna Tattva is obscured, you know. How many of you agree? You know, honestly speaking, in South India, there are more Ram temples than Krishna temples. Yes or no? If you go further deep South India, maybe so you'll see some Vishnu temples. Typically, Krishna temple is invisible, you know. And North India, you see here and there Hanuman temples. As well as Radhana Swami made a very nice statement as a Westerner who lived in India for a long time. Yeah, how many of you want to hear what he said? He said, South India, so many temples, huge temples. Some gopurams are like 20-story buildings. But when you go inside the inner sanctum, the deity, Vishnu deity, is made up of black stone, and there's only tiny lamp. You cannot see him. He said South Indians are that's why Mayavadis. They have a affection, but because they don't relish, you have to relish. We have to appreciate, develop attraction. Where is the attraction? Even Balaji, you stand for 5 hours, go, 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 go. And you see him for 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Huh? And on the top of it is a black stone. And there's only tiny lamp. One of the things Prabhupada did, you go to any of his temples, altars are well lit. Well lit. Even if it's a poor temple, there will be AC air condition in India. Temple may be poor, but there will be air condition for the Lord. So Prabhupada declared war, not on the Western culture. Declared war on Nirvisesha and Sunyavada. Impersonalism and voism. One is Buddhism, another is impersonalism. And then he said, North India, there are no temples, except only Vrindavan. Here and there, sporadically, you'll see some Hanuman temple, that's it. Because he traveled as a monk. So North India, there are no temples. That's why North Indians are atheistic majority, except for the weaknesses. So the point is, when we come to pure devotees, we start reading. That's why many of us resist when we come to ISKCON. Hey, what is Krishna Supreme Personality of Godhead? You guys are fanatic. But if you have some purity, you have purity, preacher has a purity, then you are brought to Krishna consciousness. And then it starts. Honestly speaking, it's a revelation for me. You can go back to Godhead through Bhakti Yoga. It's a radical concept. Because India means Mayavadam, Shankaracharyaism, as for South Indians. Shankaracharyaism means what? You are God, I am God, everybody is God. 5 Panchopasana and literally khichdi actually. So Prabhupada tried his best, and then when it was not working, Prabhupada came to West. I think this is Krishna's plan, Lord Chaitanya's plan. So, Indians have that attraction for Westerners. We have that bhava daridram. Anything Westerners do is great. So I want to speak, I should express in English only, then that is great. If you speak in your language, that's not great. So Krishna said, all right, if that is your nature, I'll bring devotees with white skin. Then whatever he says is fine. So, but anyway, if you become a devotee, Bhakti Devi will, what is that? One person learns music and spreads the music. That's how the music takes shelter. Same thing with Bhakti Yogi, Bhakti Yoga. That's the introduction I want to speak. So coming back, for last sentence. For Indians, many people do not know Bhagavatam is different from Bhagavad Gita. South Indians, Bhagavatam means they know only one story, Prahlad, because the movie was big hit. Very interestingly, there was no Dhruva movies actually. It was made in North India, but somehow it was not hit in South India. Prahlad movie was big hit. So Prahlad, Bhagavatam Prahlad. They think Bhagavatam is only Prahlad story. Hey, Prahlad story not even in that canto. 8th canto, 7th canto, other stories are there too. Of course, prominent is Prahlad's story in Bhagavatam. So, coming back to the topic today, actually, we can attain self-realization through Bhakti Yoga process Not just self-realization, you will attain Krishna Prema. It's possible in this life, not after death. You will attain the perfection. Srila Prabhupada's contribution is not only books, prasad and culture, his disciples who are really very, very powerful. Their power came from following Srila Prabhupada's instructions in toto. So coming back to the subject matter today, Krishna is powerful, Krishna is unlimited, infinite, but Krishna is energetic. He has energies, unlimited energies, but his energy is also unlimited. Krishna has given that power to Maya. She is also unlimited. And we get a glimpse of it every day, every second. Because our mind is actually a manifestation of a entire body. वो मेरा पनुलवाई कम्मनो बुद्धिरेवच अहंकार मिति में भिन्न प्रकृति रष्टुदा. So my Maya is spread in 8 ways, Arjuna. Mama Maya Duratya. But it's very difficult to overcome, Arjuna. Mamevaya prapadyante. If you surrender unto me, Maya me tam tarantite. Why not even one person said this? Shankaracharya never propagated this. All this, I don't know, my state, one famous guru, famous for Bhagavad Gita commentaries, it never came out. That is how Maya works. That is how Maya works. So, what is Kali Yuga? All the Brahmins were attacked by Maya. So they fell down. So they have to give the knowledge, but there is nobody to give the knowledge now. Amazing, right? Wow. And anybody is left over who are very good. When America opened the door, they all came to America only. Then where is somebody to preach there? And people, they have come here and they sell their lives to some multinational company and live the life in fear. When I'll get the green card, when I'll get the green card. Actually, sometimes I meditate on this and I said, Maya is amazing, you're wonderful. Tiny crack is there, the way cold air goes there. Likewise, even if a tiny crack in your consciousness, Maya goes there. 3 days things go very well, you become proud. Of course, I'm a pure devotee. Immediately Maya says, hey, what about this? Say, of course. If you really want to be humble, whatever mind shows you, that makes you humble actually. Okay, immediately you close it. Hey, what about this? You have done this. What about this? Oof. So what happened? Why I'm telling this is they created illusion. When they created illusion, let me try to regulate this. Actually, Maharaj Dhruva, who pleased the Supreme Lord and received benediction from him, they wanted to kill him by creating an illusion. Now can you guess what is our power? Who are we? And the sky is coming, the ocean is coming. These are animals are vomiting fire. These pythons and snakes they're coming this side. Then there is a hail and blood and pus. Actually, when ocean is coming and jumping on you, means they wanted him to have a heartbreak and die. That's it. And he was affected. Interesting. Then Devatas were speaking. I mean, all the sages were saying, Avtana Padas. भगवान तव सारंग धनवा देवाक्षिणोत अवतनार्थे हरो वक्षाम यन्नामधेय प्रकट निशम्य चादा लोकोंच से तरते दुस्तर मंग मृत्युम ओ अवतानपाद ओ सना उत्तानपाद भगवान कृष्णा से is called bow is called saranga. That supreme lord is holding that bow saranga dhanva. What is Ram's bow called? Kodandapani. So Kodandapani is Lord Ram. Sarangapani is Krishna. Sarangapani is Vishnu. So he chant his name. Chant his name. His name is powerful. Wow. And he touched the water, he chanted Krishna's name, and immediately I'm surprised. I forgot somehow he had Narayanastra. Means it's simple, he knew that mantra. So he had Narayanastra, and the moment he invoked Narayanastra, the entire illusion is dispelled. You know? His name. Hiranyaksha tried to kill illusion, tried to create illusion. Immediately Supreme Lord invoked Sudarshan Chakra. Illusion is dispelled. You know? So that's why Sudarshana. You know? So Krishna is a sun, Surya Sama. When Krishna's sun comes out, where is the room for darkness? You know? So where is the room for darkness of ignorance? But Krishna and Maya, they are side by side. One has to be very careful. You know? Maya cannot cover Krishna, but Maya can cover us. You don't see any cloud covering sun. But cloud is so big, cloud covers our eyes. This was a revelation for me when I read Prabhupada writes this. Wow. Cloud, this Mayavadi books I used to read. Clouds can cover the sun, clouds can cover the sun. Cloud cannot cover the sun, cloud can cover your eyes. You know? So Prabhupada is making an analogy here. What is that analogy? Very wonderful thing. The illusion created by extras was immediately vanquished. Just as material pains and pleasures are vanquished when one becomes fully cognizant of the self. That is the word today. So we are present in this body with a hierarchy. We have senses, mind, intelligence, ego. Indriyani paranya or indriya paramana manasustu buddhi, a buddhi purposes. The consciousness is higher actually, and we are caught by three modes the moment we want to enjoy independent of Krishna. And our throughout our life, we will work with sense objects only. That's it. Krishna is here and we'll be dealing with sense objects. And we try to find happiness through sensual pleasures, then mental pleasures, intellectual pleasures, egoistic pleasures. You know, many times I mentioned it. What is the power of illusion? Even though we know it, if we don't have the ability to fight, it remains only theory. I'm sure many of you remember college example. You're in the college, you're hungry, you've ordered gulab jamun, rasgulla and samosa. Not like 60 years, very difficult to digest. But in 20s, you're hungry at least. You really want a relation. Then your friend comes and says, hey, you're here. Just no results came. We all passed, you only failed. No, that Deloitte company came for campus interviews. Our three roommates got selected. You didn't get selected. Oh, you're eating? Eat. How many of you think you can really enjoy? You put the gulab jamun, you really try to, you behave as though you're not affected. You put the gulab jamun, no taste. Why? If this is the object that gives you taste, why it's not giving? Your mind is seriously disturbed. One thing we don't see Krishna's hand, but we should see Krishna's hand here. When you have a good karma, for you to enjoy that object, let it be morning breakfast or anything, Krishna keeps your mind peaceful. When Krishna keeps your mind peaceful, then only you can dance with enjoyment. If you don't have sufficient good karma to enjoy that sense object, your mind will be disturbed. Even if it is the most wanted sense object, you cannot enjoy. If that mind is disturbed, so Krishna's control. Sometimes we think we cannot, Krishna has no role. Maya is present in every inch, every corner of this universe, including our body. We are able to enjoy what a little bit is because of our good karma. One time, it's a Westerner, very interesting. After some time, prostitutes cannot enjoy sensual life, even though they indulge in it. That guy writes, means their good karma ended. Even if they are entertaining the customers, still they don't get it. It's a revelation, but one day I read it. So the moment your good karma ends, even though you may be interacting with some subjects, you don't derive pleasure. Amazing. Whole world is behind getting name and fame, Facebook followers, that and this. I'll tell you, like, honestly speaking, before I tell, I want to tell this. What is our happiness with gulab jamun? Scraping of the tongue. This sweet is just coming in contact with the tongue. That's it. But because our body is built by the power of illusion, we feel good. And similarly, some name and fame. What is name and fame? Actually, this is my speculation. You want me to speak? I can tell you this. This thing, the thin layer mind, it becomes like this. When it becomes like this, we get some pleasure. Hey, we saw you in the Facebook. Oh, really? Means who? What happens if you really don't know inside? I know this is my speculation actually. A thin like mind is become like this, and that gives you pleasure. Wow. But that is not, soul is not enjoying there. And then immediately they look at, Prabhuji, you have 3 million followers. This Prabhu has only 500. And like before you, when they say like that, this mind, it'll go like down. And it goes like this, like reverse gear. Sadhguru Prabhu has a book, Virtual Reality. You should read that book. I mean, whatever I'm telling, he proves it very, what do you call that? Scientifically. That's it. Some people, they're all workaholics. They work very hard. Why? We all want that appreciation. Actually, this appreciation has to come from Krishna. Tomorrow is actually, we are celebrating Panihati, how a billionaire turned into Rati Manjari. Under Rupa Manjari, he becomes a servant of Radharani. Same Maya, but the source of that same Maya, Mahamaya source, is actually Chit Shakti, Hladni Shakti. That is the real pleasure. But Bhakta Raghunath didn't become overnight Raghunath Das Goswami. It's an intense endeavor. And Bhakta Dhruva did not become Dhruva Maharaj overnight. It's an intense endeavor. One time I thought, my Lord, this process is very, it's elongated, very stretched out. Kaliga people don't have that much patience. Lord Chaitanya said, that's why I make it easy. Prasad. Whichever you want to enjoy, keep on enjoying. But within this circumference, where we are telling, you should not have family also, have children also. Do everything in a Bhagavat way. Perfect. So, what is that? Workaholics. Workaholic. Why? They're getting money by which they get the sense objects, they buy the sense objects. Second thing, the appreciation from the bosses. He's coming, the man, the machine is coming. Because your subsistence is on, like, this job is giving you visa, this job is giving you the power to stay in this country, this job is giving you some money by which you can buy all the amenities, because of which you have some you have some identity in the society. These three things. Because of these you identify with these three things, you sell yourself there. But they're also fallible soldiers, the bosses. And who is there? The one person behind and above all this is ego. What is ego? You're this man, you're an engineer, you're a doctor, you're a woman, you're an engineer, you're a doctor, this is imprinted on our subconsciousness. We never think we are spirit soul. Maybe when we come to Bhagavatam class for 1 second, and like that layer is, it is removed. Oh, the moment 9 o'clock is over, So that's why finally I concluded. Unless Krishna's grace is there on our own, we cannot. People like Prabhupada, there are Nitya Siddhas, they come to this world only for the job of awakening people. That's why real thing is not, real charity is not giving some food or medicine. Real charity is to wake up people to the reality. Hey, you're not the body but a spirit soul. I want to say one more example actually. These movies. One time I was going to Delhi, there's the temperature was like 48 degrees. It's blistering hot in the train itself. And there's a tiny, tiny shacks where people are living. Every home had a big antenna those days. Nowadays, you don't need that. Indians, even if they don't have a scare mill, no problem, there should be two movies. What's a movie? They spend, the one person has to write. It's just a concoction. Then it's a concoction, he has to write, and someone has to write a screenplay for it. Then actors have to really impress with either acting and some side effects. For you to, and it's a $1 trillion industry now. For you to watch all these things, you should be in darkness. For you to watch this, you should be in utter darkness. And that's only actually 1 millimeter screen. And you are so absorbed into that consciousness. Without your knowledge, you are taking everything live into your mind, all the contamination. Even if you chant 100 rounds, you cannot remove it, the contamination. It is there. That's why Kali Yuga people are Manda Sumanda Matayo, Manda Bhagya. Why they are Manda Bhagya? They are one time going through a very nice statement. Whatever is wrong is promoted by government and society in a big way. It's promoted in a big way by government and society and educational institutions. When government promotes it, people purchase it. Some people don't purchase them. When educational institutions like universities promote it, you take it. But it's not good either. Sad. So, what I want to add one more thing today because that's a topic. Just before we become hungry, when we become hungry, the body is ready to release acid. When it is ready to release the acid, it sends a signal, I am hungry. When the neuron sends a signal, I am hungry, HUNGRY doesn't have hunger in it, but you feel hunger in it. Wow, amazing. And you have not drunk, how many of you did Nirjala yesterday? So, today we feel thirsty. Body sends a signal, you are thirsty. THIRSTY. Thirst doesn't have the word thirst doesn't have thirst in it. But you feel it. That's why Maya is amazing. Adbhut jinki Maya hai. Next time you become thirsty, you say, my neuron is telling me I'm thirsty. Neuron doesn't tell you're thirsty. You feel it. Very interesting. When the stomach is full, stop. Very interesting. If somebody studies the body, then you'll become spiritual. Anyway, the point I'm making is, but end of the day, it's all illusory. It is all illusory. So one time I thought, you offer tulsi water. What is it? यानि कानिच पापानि ब्रह्महत्यति कानिच तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ते प्रदक्षिणं पदे पदे. If you offer water to tulsi, even killing of Brahmana is contracted. Then I thought every day you are liberated, I thought. Then if you take bath in Ganga, you are liberated also. No, you are not. Maya is still there. Only your sins are removed. Whatever. But because you have a desire to enjoy, desire to sin, you will, because you are fully in Maya, Rajagun, Tamagun especially, you will do wrong things anyway. So what is real self-realization? Become free from Maya. Become free from the clutches of Maya. To the extent we have a desire to enjoy this world, our attachments and our, attachments we want to enjoy, our aversions we are loath, we hate. We have to come back to this world. But what is the good news? Lord Chaitanya has brought Ene Chaushidi Maya Nasivara Lagi Harina Maha Mantra Lautumi Magi. He brought this mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Those of you, I was present only in Salsaga for 2 hours. The spiritual energy, unbelievable. So all these exalted Mahabharata devotees were there, and the devotees were there. Means that is Yoga Maya. Not that it's not here also. It's here also. Not that when we chant, to the extent you're conscious, that much extent you're in Yoga Maya also. Yes, you're with Krishna also. That spiritual energy is with you also. To the extent you're conscious, I am present with Krishna. That much extent you're enlivened. To the extent you're not aware, that much extent you're bored. About another 7 rounds, another 6 rounds. Why? Your mind is very active. You're unable to go be above the mind and see the sun, the spirit soul, yourself. When it's not easy, it doesn't happen tomorrow. But when you do that, you can make connection with the Harinam. When you can make connection with the Harinam, and you realize Krishna is here, Radharani is here, and the mantra is actually Lord Chaitanya is here. Amazing, amazing. Name will take you to the form. As long as it doesn't happen, and you're fully in the grips of mind, means Maya, you find japa as an austerity. Abba. Why we try to enjoy sense objects? Because we are unable to enjoy inside, internally. So, see, Hare Krishna mantra, it brings you out of the illusion, no doubt. Dhruva Maharaj went for a planet, but the moment he saw Vishnu, spiritual energy and energetic is present, ask what you want. On the top of it, he put the conch on his head. Throw what you want, as my lord, I don't want anything. Swamini Krudarthasmi Varam Nayanchi. Wow. Means he realized, actually there it is said, first time Dhruva Maharaj understood, I'm not using the senses. And he is using spiritual senses. I want a glass of water. What is your role in drinking glass of water? You have a desire only, that's it. The moment you want to, like what is my role in lifting the computer? I have a desire to lift the computer. But who is lifting it? Maya is lifting it. Super soul says, Yugal Kishore wants to lift a computer. All right. Maya says, all right. Ting, ting. This happens in such a synchronization. We don't even think it's happening, without my, with my least effort. You don't think like that. That's why real thing is we should become free from that. It takes lifetimes. You know, Tumar said, what do you want? I don't want anything, my lord. Swamin Kritarthasmi Varamnayache. Kachan Vichinvan, Aditya Ratnam. My lord, I got you. I came for a broken piece of glass. That much, his intelligence became sharp that time. And he said, no, I don't want anything. Mother Yamuna came to attend the marriage of Janaki, Mother Janaki and Mukunda Maharaj. Today Mukunda Maharaj, those days Mukunda Das. And Prabhupada was telling, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. She became upset. Well, because they are Westerners. She's seeing Prabhupada first time, 70-year-old man. In order to probably preach to her, Prabhupada said, let us cook together for your sister's marriage. 10-course meal. She came. And every time, Prabhupada, they're Westerners, like this. Wash your hands. Wash your hands, wash your hands. She became upset. Swamiji, I hope to go for a smoke. Prabhupada, with tears in his eyes, said, when we cook for Krishna, we don't smoke. What a statement. So it came like, that is Guru. That is putting the conch shell on your head. When you cook for Krishna, you don't smoke. That's it. Same personality 2 years later. George Harrison is telling, I'll make you superstar. You just tell yes to me. She was trying to sing in the same home, John Lennon's home. But she didn't know somebody was hearing. Who? George Harrison. What is luck? Luck means hard work meeting the opportunity. That is luck. Some people, they are very hardworking. Unfortunately, they don't get the opportunity. But some people, it works. What is their qualification? Their guru. Otherwise, Mother Malti and Yamuna Mataji and Janaki Mataji. Hey, how can somebody living in the, I cannot say ghettos house, at least people where lower caste middle people stay, that is a place they were staying. Can you imagine what is the probability they'll move into the house of John Lennon? What is the probability? Huh? Zero. But one day they were in John Lennon's home. And there Yamuna was trying to, and George Harrison says, if you say yes to me, I'll make you superstar. Only 2 years before she said, not even 2 years, I doubt actually. Less than just a year. She said, I cannot sing for anybody other than Krishna. How many of you appreciate this? Surdas, he was invited. Hey, Surdas, come and sing for Akbar. He said, I cannot sing for anybody other than Krishna. But Surdas by birth was a pure devotee. Blind and he had no hope for life. That's why he developed Krishna consciousness. Indian, living close to Mathura. It's natural. But a Westerner, not very young, not knowing anything, just came across a Swamiji. And 1 year later, what is Srila Prabhupada? How much he has infused her heart? And she's telling, I cannot sing for anybody other than Krishna. That is how she lived and she left the world. Amazing, right? That is becoming free from Maya actually. Not getting that and this and that. That is not bhag. That is not real grace. Real grace is this. Honestly speaking, she's Columbia. And what is that? Sharanagati? Not rich at all. But when she left the world, everyone said she went back to Godhead. Prabhupada said, Yamuna, she was on Bhava stage. Gurudas Prabhu took sannyas. I met Gurudas Prabhu, he came, so that took D-Land, he came, actually I saw him. Gurudas Prabhu took sannyas. She said, Prabhu said, be like this. And they are Westerners, very young. She lived like this only. Means real stuff. Not that my Guru Maharaj cheated me. Not like that. No, she did like this. Everything, whatever she did, the deity worship, clean. That is becoming free from illusion. you know? Pururav was infatuated by worship. What gives Bhagavatam gives us faith. Harinam gives us faith. Pururava was infatuated to the extent, you all read Srimad Bhagavatam 9th canto. But the same Pururava says he is disgusted with what has happened in the past. But beauty Bhagavatam says he went back to Godhead. It and self-realization. Actually, it is not went back to God. I don't know really. It is mentioned it and Paramatma realization. I don't remember now. But Pururava definitely Pururava was on his path back to Godhead. Bhakti Yoga is amazing. You know. And four Kumaras, they were, they did sadhana. Honestly speaking, proper Krishna says to become free from the Sattvagun is difficult. Why? Hey, you're happy when you're in Sattvagun. Your life has become better. And you're able to, with the sharpened intelligence, you're able to discriminate what to do, what not to do. That's why unless you are a strong bhakti yogi, you will not venture to come out of sattva also. Why? You're happy and you want to settle here. But when you're a bhakti yogi, practicing bhakti yoga, then dukkale masashvatam. That rings in your mind. If not, you're just some brahmana with no knowledge. You try to do good to others. You know. So there were these 5 children, 5 students, they were coming to a temple last Sunday. They have met with a serious accident. And one is still in ICU after 6 days. Yesterday, first time she responded positively. So I went to see this Prabhu is telling. So sometimes we have philosophy and Prabhu ji, kya bolu? Dukkhalem shashvatam. Student. So, dukkhalem shashvatam. So ISKCON people are armed with philosophy. so four Kumaras, they are Brahman realized. But what is Krishna's? How did Krishna's grace come into their lives? Tasya Nainasya Padaravindha Kinjalka Mishra Tulsi Vagrandavayu Antargata Swavirena Chakarat Tesham Samshobham Aksharajsham Apichitatanva. That Tulsi leaf, the smell of Tulsi leaf entered into their nostrils. They rejected that impersonalistic Brahman realization. And they started their own sampradaya, bhakti yoga process. So, Pingala, the prostitute, who gave strength to Pingala? 11th canto Bhagavatam. She was waiting for her customers. Nobody was coming. But I'm sure Pingala must have some touch of devotee. And rather than she was frustrated in the beginning. Then she said, Chi, I'm serving all these my customers who cannot have a control on the mind. And I'm also trying to serve them, trying to find this lowest sensual pleasure. You know what she says? I will practice bhakti yoga, I'll attain self-realization, and I will enjoy like Lakshmi Devi. She said, that is a statement she makes. The Supreme Lord is present in my heart. The four-hand Vishnu is actually, Kshirodaksa Vishnu. So I will practice this. So failure brought renunciation in the heart of Pingala, who was changing customer practically every day. So what is the power? Bhakti yoga process. Amazing. So my request to you, what is that? Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita. When you genuinely worship Krishna, understand there is no other way, no other way, no other way. Harinam is the only way. Hold on to it. Continue. I have a question for all of you. Do you have a choice? We don't have a choice. Maya is very powerful. We don't have a choice. But sincerely pursue. But of course, we need to cultivate to get a little taste, to get a little stability in the path. One thing, Vaishnava Seva. Sincerity in spirituality. And don't offend anybody. Don't criticize anybody. And I was thinking actually, flyers were distributing. Nobody was taking the flyers. Arey, if you're that much determined, sense enjoyment is great. I am also determined that this is great. Otherwise, we become scared actually sometimes. You showed books to 10 people and nobody takes. Christianity, they have one. I really appreciate them actually. Christianity, there's a thumb rule. No person should go alone. Two people should go. Why? If people are rejecting you, you'll become dull. You'll be depressed. And church will lose them. So what they say, you go another person, one more person. So 5 people, nobody's taking. The second one will say they are like this a little bit. So they're in Maya. One day I was watching, this Prabhu from Europe. He didn't come here. His friends came here. Very young man. Brooklyn Temple, right opposite there on the street. Little forward, there's a signal. So all the cars would stop. This Prabhu, what he would do? He would go and give Radha Govind Mahaprasad. In New York, they respond very positively. So if they want this, yes. No, otherwise they'll very gently refuse. They appreciate and refuse. Not like in these areas. So he would give and come back. We're all watching. Then what happened? So he also understood. People are taking and we are watching, right? And again, signal, red signal came, few cars stopped. Few, this lorries and all. So some people were, somebody was looking at us. Book distributors knew. When they're looking at you, they will buy the book, right? Likewise, immediately he went and gave it. Said no. He pursued. Said no. This Prabhu came back and said, few more lifetimes. I don't know how many of you heard. Few more lifetimes. Means I am right, trying to give you mercy, but you are not. So few more lifetimes. That is confidence actually. So honestly speaking, it has to go into our blood. Adapumbi dijasrishta varnash vivagasa swamasthitasya dharmasya samsiddhir. Our progress is based on how much Krishna is pleased with us. Honestly speaking, it's very easy to give class. It's very difficult to go outside and fight. I'm done. I have a request for all of you. Tomorrow we are doing Rath Yatra first time in Ann Arbor. Not that we are doing first time, 30 plus years ago, 35 years ago, they did 2-3 times Rath Yatra. And past 34-35 years, nothing. They're trying again. Then I realized, it's more 1 out of 20 is for every 20 people, 1 Indian is there. That's it. Indians are very less. Some Indians were there. So I'm hoping, let us see how many Americans will come then. So even if few people come, that's fine. So my request, we need only today is the last day where we can distribute flyers. Also, 22nd is our Rath Yatra. We are doing Rath Yatra actually. They gave permission to, up to go up to Independence Ground, that local road. We are not doing within the campus. Yeah, we are doing outside. And A week later, 28th, we are doing Canton Rath Yatra. So my request, uh, we should really promote it, you know. And why people are resistant? Because they lost faith. We cannot find fault with them. So this will offer definitely. Some people will be transformed. It will bring change in them. And the last point is that tomorrow is actually Panihati festival. We are doing first time. Unfortunately, it coincided. We didn't realize that time. It's also Rath Yatra. Raghunath Das Goswami. Can I take 1 minute and speak on this? What I want to speak in 2 minutes is Raghunath Das Goswami took money from his father and started offering feasts to Lord Chaitanya. It's bhakti. It's not, there is no selflessness. There is no selfishness in that. But then, one day Lord Chaitanya asked Raghunath, Suradhar Goswami, what is Raghunath doing nowadays? He's not inviting me. He stopped it. Really. He sent that money back, he sent the cooks back to his home. Then what is Raghunath doing? Standing at the Simhadwara gate and begging. For a billionaire's son, standing at the Simhadwara gate to beg means he's declaring war on his ego. He's declaring war on his ego. How many agree? Then what is Raghunath doing nowadays? I don't see him there at the Simhadwara gate. He thought by standing there, he felt he's like a prostitute. This person comes and gives money. And why he's not giving? Oh, yesterday he gave. He considered himself like a prostitute. Then what is he doing? There are free booths where Jagannath Prasad is given. Raghunath is going and eating in the free booths. That is very good, Lord Chaitanya said. Sometime later, Lord Chaitanya asked, what is Raghunath doing nowadays? He stopped that also. Then what is he doing? Jagannath Prasad is sold to the shopkeepers, will sell it to the pilgrims, and whatever is left over, they throw it in one of the gates, maybe south gate. The cows, Kalinga cows will come and eat, and the flies will feast. The leftovers of cows, and in the middle of the night, he'll go and pick a portion, he'll wash it, add little salt, and he'll eat it. Why he's doing in the night? If he does the same thing in daytime, he'll become famous. And he'll have so many disciples. My Guru Maharaj. He doesn't want that also. Wow. That is Raghunath Das Goswami. He didn't become overnight Rati Manjari. Of course, his by Swarupa is that. So it all happened through Paniyati festival. He got the grace of Nityananda Prabhu, who blessed him with this. This is what I want to speak. Thank you very much. If I've spoken anything wrong, please forgive me. Goal of life is to become free from this illusion. Maya. I'm not this body, but a spirit. Any question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it. Anyone has any question or comment? If not, we'll end it. Online, anyone wants to add anything? Any question or comment? Okay, then we'll end it. I only one request. What is that? Devotees here. My request is please distribute flyers for the flyers here for Rath Yatra, Farmington Hills. And if anybody is online from Canton, they should do Canton Rath Yatra. Someone was here. Same thing. So try to give Krishna to others as much as we can. So if I have spoken anything wrong, please do excuse me as a humble servant. Very grateful for your patient audience. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत